What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Back at it today with another realistic rebuild. We're doing a team that's going to be just super fun this season. We already saw it in game number 1 for them. We're going to be doing a New Orleans Pelicans realistic rebuild. Before we get to today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new around here. Always greatly appreciated. And also, I would love to get a comment thread going with you guys. What has been your favorite, or what is your favorite moment from the regular season so far? You can go ahead and comment anything you've seen so far that you want to talk about, and we can start a conversation, just because I want to talk some basketball with you guys about the regular season so far. We've pretty much seen every team play now, and we got the Lakers 0-2, the 76ers 0-2. But other than that, we're still waiting on a lot of other teams to play their second game. But regardless, you guys, Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, Jonas Valanciunas, Herbert Jones, Jose Alvarado, Larry Nance. The Pelicans roster, as we know, I think some people have given respect to this team. They say that they're a dark horse, that they could be a contender this year, and honestly, think I can agree with that. Zion, Ingram, and CJ is a really nice big three, especially if Zion can stay healthy and on the floor. We already saw what he looked like being guarded by Ben Simmons, and he was literally just going at Ben Simmons, not even scared at all. Like, Zion is an absolute stud. He's a phenomenon, somebody that you just don't often see play basketball the way he does. So, super exciting to have him for the future for the Pelicans, as long as he's healthy, of course. CJ McCollum, Herbert Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Joe Val, Jackson Hayes, Jose Alvarado, Larry Nance, and Trey Murphy, and then Devontae Graham. So, I do realize there's not a ton I have to do in order to make this Pelicans roster good. But we are doing all 30 teams like usual, so I just haven't done them yet. So here we are. One thing I do want to do is I kind of want to play Dyson Daniels right away, because I know he develops like crazy in 2K I've seen so far. So I want to play him over Devontae Graham personally. But other than that, I'm ready to roll in this first season. So let's see how we do. I mean, usually the Pelicans are pretty damn good in 2K, so I may not have to do a ton today, but like I said, we're still doing all 30 teams. So let's go ahead and submit his first season. Let's see how we do. I'm going to move my proficiency to balance. That way we have coach and the proficiency on the same page. But like I said, man, go ahead and comment down below something about the regular season you want to talk about. And even if it's a hot take, just go ahead and comment it. Let's go ahead and get a conversation going. Let's wait to the end of season number 1. You see this, man? This could be you right here. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get more out of the game you're watching. You're picking overs or unders on your favorite players that you love watching each and every day. Let me show you how it works. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop, and you basically get to choose 2 to 5 players, and you choose over or under on their props that they give you. You pretty much have every sport you can imagine on here. But let's say I wanted to go ahead and put a bet on Mitchell and Joel Embiid. I want to go more and more on them. If I get it right, I 3 times my money. Let's say I want to go up to 5 players, which is the most you can go up to. You can go more or more on all of them, and that's going to 10 times your money. I started with $100, and so far I'm up to $500. I've been having a ton of fun over here on Prize Picks. If you want to go ahead and sign up, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables or matching deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. If you deposit $100, you get $200 to work with. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. Back to the rebuild. So as usual, Luka Doncic, of course, wins MVP. We're used to seeing that. Paulo Banchero, Rookie of the Year. He looked impressive in his debut. Drummond, 6th man for the Bulls. Joel Embiid, Defensive Player. Cade Cunningham, Most Improved. Joel Embiid had a terrible second half last night, by the way. Most Improved goes to Cade Cunningham. Doc Rivers, Coach of the Year, and Tyler Jameson is your executive. So All NBA first, you can get Luka, Harden, LeBron, Giannis, Embiid. All NBA second team, Trey, John Morant, KD, Tatum, and Jokic. So no Zion Williamson on All NBA teams yet. At least we'll get it soon, I imagine. But taking a look at the stats, because we are the first in the Western Conference. We had 24 from Zion Williamson, 24 and 8, and then 21 from BI, 20 from CJ, you had 13 from Joe Val, and then 10.5 from Jackson Hayes. So it looks like they have CJ's extension on this game. Why doesn't 2K have, like, is RJ Barrett's extension in here yet? Because that's been a problem, and it's not, man. Why hasn't 2K updated that? I need to fix that, man, because a lot of these guys who got extensions are hitting free agency. So that's something I've been slacking on. I need to fix that, but I've been kind of waiting for 2K to update it on its own. Regardless, though, let's see what we get in round 1. We get the Denver Nuggets in round 1. So we get the first seed, like I said, after year number 1. We do have to deal with Jokic, so this could be tough, but we'll see what happens. Game 1. We're up on a 0, start things off. Beat them by 25. That's a good start to this series. They do even it up, though, in our house. That's not good. 24 and 14 from Zion. Game 3, they're up 2-1. Are we about to get eliminated in round 1? Nope, we even it up. We're up 3-2, and we beat them in 6. Okay, so that is good. Game 6, closeout. We had 23 from TJ, and then Joe Val, and then Zion only 14 and 18 from BI. Okay, here we go. Going up against either the Lakers or the Grizzlies, and we are going up against Los Angeles Lakers. And of course, last night they ended up losing, and I see nothing but Russell Westbrook slander. I actually fell asleep because I was just way too tired to watch that whole game. Being that the game ends around midnight for me. It's just something I could not get done yesterday watching it. But it's all, you know, Russell Westbrook went 0 for 11 or something like that, and a lot of people were upset or whatever. But I don't know, man. Feels like Russell Westbrook just gets slandered no matter what he does. So game 1, we're down 1-0. Game 2, we're down 2-0. And then game 3, wow, we're about to lose to the Lakers, aren't we? Unless we come back from like a 3-0 deficit. Imagine. 2K is an interesting game, I will say. Luka, Spencer Dinwiddie, Reggie Bullock, Dorian Finney-Smith, Christian Wood, JaVale McGee, Tim Hardaway, and then Dwight Powell. So LeBron James has officially blown an 0-3 lead. 0-3 lead. I wouldn't be surprised if he just decided to retire after that, because that is embarrassing. But regardless, we get to play either, well, if we get past the Mavericks, I should say. I shouldn't doubt the Mavericks yet. We got Luka Doncic, who's an absolute stud. Game 1, we're down 1-0. Game 2, we even it up. Game 3, 2-1 for them. Game 4, they're up, and they are going to beat us in 5. So shout out to the Mavericks. They get to the finals, and they get to play the 76ers there. And we have the Dallas Mavericks going on with the championship. So at least we lost to the team that went on to go win it all. So I don't even know what I'm going to do to upgrade this Pelicans roster. Like I said, it's already really freaking good. It's like, what can you really do? But we got to do something. So LeBron James is like, no, I'm not retiring on that. So I thought he would. And honestly, usually I override it, but I would probably allow it today. I'd be like, dude, you know what? Totally understand. You know, that was embarrassing. But it does suck that Lakers pick isn't going to be in the lottery. You know, if you wanted to overreact, you could probably say that it will be a lottery pick for them this in real life next year. But I don't know, man. I feel like the Lakers could obviously still turn it around. It's way too early to tell. But you have the 20th overall pick in this draft, which is nice. I don't even, like I said, I don't even know what I would want to do to make this roster better. But I don't want to just sit here and do nothing, right? That's just not even a rebuild. So we got to do something. Let's force the issue here, and let's see what we can do to make something happen. So I'm going to try to make a trade. Now, again, I will tell you, I have no idea what I'm going to be going for just yet. Like, what position do we really want to upgrade? Because obviously, we're rolling with CJ. We're going to roll with Herbert Jones. I love Herb Jones. I guess the center position would be like the best place to upgrade, and JaVale has 1 year left of his contract. I guess if you really wanted to upgrade that spot, you could. And then you have like Herb Jones, Jose Alvarado. There's some trade assets here that we could use. And Devontae Graham's contract is here as well. Trey Murphy. So we could try to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do. I probably won't be able to do anything until after the draft, though. So let's just go ahead and jump in. And I am using a different draft class today. You guys were right, or someone told me that, you know, the second round picks that I've had in that other draft class have been using consistently. It's just kind of pointless because they're just like 60 overalls in the second round. So I'm officially using a new draft class today. And wow, Derek Whitehead fell this far. Like, is this even a good draft class either? I mean, I guess it's going to be a trial and error kind of thing. But Derek Whitehead falling this far, I feel like I got to take him, right? Is he even supposed to be this available? Is he like a lottery pick? So Wembanyama, Scoo, Anthony Black, Nick Smith, Cameron Whitmore, Lively, Thompson. Interesting that he fell all the way to me, and he was a 74 overall. Okay, interesting. I don't know a ton about college ball, but the second round looks a little bit better at the very least. You know, like I said, it used to be absolutely horrible, but rookie signing Derek Whitehead, welcome to the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans would be satisfied with getting him. Garrett Temple, I'm going to decline, and then obviously I'm going to accept all these young players. Qualifying offers Jackson Hayes, and then you got Darian Sebron, and then free agency. So again, I don't think I'll be able to sign anybody crazy in free agency. It's just a matter of getting Jackson Hayes back. I mean, we have like Matisse Thybulle or something like that, but I want to make a trade. We have all these young assets. We have all these draft picks. Let's try to make an upgrade. I mean, whether it's trade, I think it's got to be the center position. I think we got to try to upgrade the center spot. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Now, I got to get a center that makes sense next to Zion. I don't want to just get someone that's not going to make any sense. So let's go look around the league and see who that could be. So my dream scenario would be get like Karl-Anthony Towns from the Timberwolves, because obviously he'd be the best center to put next to a guy like Zion Williamson. That's just not unreal. That's just so unrealistic though, since they just traded for Gobert. Why would they give up Cat like a season later? Doesn't make any sense. So we might just make a minor move here and then just kind of wait and see maybe if the Timberwolves downfall or if there's something else available, because right now I really don't see anything. So I have a minor move in mind that I think makes sense, and that's going to be Mo Bamba on the Magic. I think he'd be kind of the perfect center to have out there at times whenever you don't need JaVale out there. So I think if I can find a way to get Mo Bamba, who would just be like really damn good as a backup center, I think I would love to do that trade. So obviously it's going to have to be like Devontae Graham's contract, and then you'd probably have to throw in like, let's say like Najee Marshall, or not even Najee Marshall. What if I throw in like Kyra Lewis? Something along the lines of this, and then let's say maybe Willie Hernangomez, and that's pretty much it. And maybe like a protected first or something. I don't know. I'll offer all this from Obamba. they get Kyra Lewis out of it, and that's going to be kind of my trade. So all this for Mo Bamba, they agree. So Mo Bamba is going to be a really damn good backup center. So Larry Nance, I guess that's going to move him kind of to the backup power forward position, which Larry Nance has been damn good as well. Don't get me wrong. So Larry Nance is still going to be here. So it's going to be CJ, Jose Alvarado, Herbert Jones, Dyson Daniels. You got Derek Whitehead, Trey Murphy, Ingram, Zion, Larry Nance, and then Joe Val and Mo Bamba. There's definitely room to still make like another big trade, but I think the Mo Bamba move is definitely a really nice signing. I guess that kind of, makes Jackson Hayes a little bit more useless, but we'll figure it out. So I could just still sign him back and then just still use him in a trade later on. I'm not sure what I want to do with Jackson Hayes entirely now that when I got Mo Bamba. Feels like I don't really need him, but at the same time, he could be used in a big trade because we're going to have a ton of assets. So I'm going to go to give Jackson Hayes a 3-year deal as well. Why not? Might as well. Let's use all these assets. Let's collect all these assets. Like I said, we have all these assets that I think a trade is in the making. We definitely can make a big one here soon. You got Zion up 5, Ingram up 1, CJ's going down, Herbert Jones is up, Joe Val is going down, and Mo Bamba, Dyson Daniels is going up, which is great. So all that is great. Our bench is starting to develop a little bit more. But yeah, look out for the trade deadline. Look out for this next offseason because I am still planning a big trade if possible. That is what I want to do. I want to see the Timberwolves just suck, and then maybe there's a justified reason to go out there and get Karl-Anthony Towns if I can, because that'd be my dream scenario. Obviously, he'd be an amazing center to have next to Cat or next to Zion. So let's load a different 2024 draft class. Like I said, I haven't liked that draft class I've been loading in. Not to find one out here. Like this one is the one I've been using, but I guess I have to keep rolling with it. I don't see any better ones. Unless there's a better one you guys know of, I'm just going to keep using it. So let's go look at the rotation. Let's see how it's looking. We got, if I can look at the right one, we got CJ, Herbert Jones, Ingram, Zion, Joe Val, Mo Bamba as a 6-man, Jackson Hayes, Dyson Daniels, Trey Murphy. And then that leaves Larry Nance, Derek Whitehead, and Najee Marshall out of the rotation, and Jose Alvarado. So the team is just so deep. But hopefully we can maybe fix at the trade deadline or in the offseason. I think we have to make a move at the deadline because Joe Val is expiring in the offseason. So would ideally like to make a big move at the deadline. If there's a move to be made, I will make it. We'll see what happens once we get there. So I am at the trade deadline like I promised, and I want to try to make something happen here. So Kristaps Porzingis on the Spurs makes a lot of sense. Obviously, he's being in Washington. But Porzingis would be a really nice fit. But there is something else that I find very interesting. I know I have the assets to do it, but I'm just not sure how easy it would be to pull off. This might be able to wait till the offseason as well, but if I could pull it off at the trade deadline, I'm going to do it. So let me show you what's going on here. So if we go over to the Denver Nuggets, you would see that Nikola Jokic right now is not untouchable. They are selling, and they are ready to move on. The team appears to be willing to trade Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, KCP, but I don't want any of them. I would love nothing more than Nikola Jokic. The Nuggets want to acquire Edwards, Kawhi, Evan Mobley. Now, this is going to be tough to pull off, but let's try it. Why not? We have money. We have assets. We could do this. So Joe Val's got to be part of the trade 1,000%. So Larry Nance probably have to be part of the trade. Jackson Hayes be part of the trade. And then maybe even, not CJ, like Dyson Daniels. So this is getting to where it's illegal at this point. So let's say, yeah, they have a ton of minimums as well. So this is going to be even better. So Ty Jerome. Okay, so this trade right here could go through. So Joe Val, Larry Nance, Jackson Hayes, and Dyson Daniels for Nikola Jokic right now. So all this for Jokic. This could go through if I sent it right now. So hopefully this Lakers pick's not that valuable. Damn, I thought it'd be like very valuable, but it's not. So all this for Nikola Jokic. Would they agree to this? This is as much as I could throw in. If there was more slots, I'd throw even more in. I'm going to be honest with you. It's for Jokic, for crying out loud. Dyson Daniels hopefully can get it to go through. He's averaging 10 this season for us, so it does suck to get rid of him, but come on, man. It's Nikola Jokic. They don't agree to that. Okay, fair enough. I figured, it'd be kind of tough to pull off, but that's fine. Do I have anyone else that might be very valuable to them? Trey Murphy. Herbert Jones is 3-star, which I don't want to have to trade him if I can control it. Derek Whitehead is only 1.5. Damn, okay. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to pull this off right now. I want to be able to do this trade. Like, if we could get Jokic, you know how amazing that would be? That would be absolutely spectacular, but doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get it to go through, unfortunately. So that sucks. Man, that would be a dream scenario to get Jokic right here. But I guess if we had, like, CJ in the trade, maybe we could get it to go through. But that doesn't make any sense, really. Trey Murray, yeah, it's just Jokic would have been my dream scenario here. I had to give it a shot. Maybe we wait till the offseason to do it. Maybe we could throw everyone. I don't know. It'll be really hard to pull off in the offseason. Obviously, I think our best shot right now is to get it here. It's not going to work. We're the 3rd seed right now, so things are still going well, but man, Jokic would have been a dream. So Darius Garland wins MVP. Scoot is your rookie of the year for the Utah Jazz. Alperen Sengun is your 6th man. Robert Williams defensive player. LaMelo Ball most improved. And JB Bickerstaff is your coach of the year. Brandon Harrison is your executive. So Garland, All-NBA first team, LaMelo, Giannis, Jason Tatum, and Jokic. And then All-NBA second team. Do we get Zion making it? Yes, we do. He is All-NBA third team. And that is your All-NBA second team. All defensive first team. And then all defensive second team. We are the first seed in the Western Conference again. Obviously, we were the first seed last year. We got eliminated by Dallas. So here we are to redeem ourselves. CJ dropped 21, Ingram with 22, Zion with 27, Joe Val with 13, 11 from Dyson Daniels, 9 from Jackson Hayes. So I still am in the running and want to try to make a trade for Jokic if I can. Obviously, not having Joe Val is going to be a little bit tougher to go through, but let's go ahead and see if we get to play. So it's the Clippers who have Kawhi Leonard, who came off the bench last night. Paul George still here. Hopefully, we can move on from them. They got those guys up in age, and we're the young up-and-coming team. But no, we're going to get eliminated by an A seed, man. Wow. Okay. That sucks very badly. So that literally just makes me want to go all in on Jokic this offseason. After that, we got to go for it. We got to go all in on Nikola Jokic. That is my game plan. You cannot tell me we're a team that should be losing to an A seed. Come on, man. Player retirements, Iguodala, Chris Paul. So we got a lot of the retirements there, but let's go straight to the lottery. And hopefully the Lakers are here or something. I don't know. So we got the 3rd overall pick. The 3rd overall pick from the Milwaukee Bucks. That is what I'm talking about. That is the exact kind of ammunition I need to get to the Nikola Jokic trade to go through. It's going to happen. Now, unfortunately, there's not player options before the draft. So I might have to just draft somebody and then use them in a trade to get Jokic, because that is going to be my game plan. My game plan is get Nikola Jokic. They sucked. They were ready to sell him. They're still selling. So give me Jokic, and we call it a day. What do I still have under contract? I don't have enough young players under contract. Dariq Whitehead, I don't think you'd have enough. We could try it real quick. If we can't get it to go through now, we got to wait till after. So Nikola Jokic for this 3rd pick, this 20th pick, 28th pick. And then what do we need? We need 50 million in this trade. Jackson Hayes. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do this, are we? Larry Nance and Dariq Whitehead. Yeah, that's not 50 million. What am I talking about? So we're going to have to wait till after the draft. But trust me when I tell you, whatever we get, it's going to the Nuggets for Jokic. That's how it's going to go. I have Xavier Booker. I have Jackson Hayes. I have Dyson Daniels. I have Larry Nance. I have Trey Murphy and a first for Nikola Jokic. Do they accept this? We drafted Xavier Booker, and then we obviously still have Dyson Daniels. All this for Jokic. They don't agree. Damn. That's so disappointing. That's so disappointing. I feel like I have to have CJ in this trade if I'm going to get it to go through. Dariq Whitehead, yeah, we're just not there. So I would be willing to trade CJ McCollum if I have to, and I'm going to have to make him in this trade, I think. So that is what we're going to do. So Xavier Booker and Dyson Daniels, I imagine, would 100% have to be in the trade. So CJ McCollum is in here as well. I'll give up a first. I'll give up another first, and I'll give up another first. All this for Jokic. Do they accept? They do not. Oh, my goodness. I want him so bad. So, what else do I... Trey Murphy. No, not going to get it to go through. So Trey Murphy's not going to get it done. Jackson Hayes as well. That's just getting to where it's too much money. You give me... Do they have anybody? No, probably not. So Jackson Hayes, a little too much money. And then Dariq Whitehead. Maybe not. Still not going to get it to go through. I'm willing to trade my whole roster. Jose Alvarado. My dream scenario for Jokic is officially dead. I have given up everything, or I've tried to give up everything I possibly have could to get Jokic. It's not going to happen. So we drafted Xavier Booker with that pick, and obviously I was going all in on Jokic, but it is just not going to happen, man. I was going to try. It was going to be the dream scenario I was looking for, but it's just not there, man. So disappointing. But I still do want to flip Xavier Booker, because I'm not really sure if there's a role for him here. So no Jokic. But we got to keep trying for somebody else. So let's get another center who could be available, and that being DeAndre Ayton. It's not the perfect fit next to Zion, but at this point, I just wanted to upgrade. So Booker, Jackson Hayes, Larry Nance for DeAndre Ayton. Do they accept? They do not. They're going to get to the point where they accept here in a second, and they agree. So they get Xavier Booker, which was the 3rd overall pick, and we get DeAndre Ayton out of it. Man, I wanted Jokic so badly, but it's okay. So now we have DeAndre Ayton as our brand new center in New Orleans, and then we could kind of focus on bringing Herbert Jones back. And Joe Val also being in free agency, I probably won't bring him back anymore. I'll probably definitely sign Mo Bamba back, of course. But Mo Bamba would be kind of that guy that's going to be out there when we need to space the floor a little bit more. So I do like him as a backup. And then if you take a look at the rotation, it's going to be Jose Alvarado, CJ, We have Dyson Daniels and Derek Whitehead, which of course we're going to be waiting for Herbert Jones back. And you got Trey Murphy, Ingram, Zion, and then Mo Bamba, DeAndre Ayton. So as long as Herb Jones comes back, which is going to be the important person to bring back, which he is not available for me to sign yet. Obviously, I'm not letting him go. Probably telling me that I can't even sign him back, can I? Yeah, saying I don't have the money. But, I mean, he's restricted. So that is all that matters. I'm not bringing Joe Val back. I probably could, but I'm not going to. So let's just go ahead and make sure we get Herbert Jones back. If he doesn't come back as qualifying offer, I'm going to be mightily disappointed. And he does? Yes, he does. Okay, so he's back as qualifying offer. Player progression, CJ keeps going down, but that's okay because the whole rest of the roster is going up. So let's just go into this next season and hope for the best. This third and final season, hopefully, because I feel like this year, after acquiring DeAndre Ayton, we should win a championship. Dyson Daniels wins Most Improved Player, Coach of the Year, Executive of the Year, MVP to Garland again, DJ Wagner, Six-Man Bones Highland, Defensive Player Robert Williams, and then we saw that already. So All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, Zion makes it All-NBA second team, but obviously we're here for one reason only. We've been the first seed 3 years in a row now, so can we come out here and just win a championship already? So 31.5, 21, 16, 15, and then 14. So obviously we lost in round 1 last year, so let's not do that this year. We get to play the Warriors, who have a good roster. So I would be lying to you if I told you I wasn't nervous about potentially losing round 1, but so far so good. And we do beat them in 5. Yes, we do. So we're on to round 2. Already a good start. You know, not as bad as last year, which is good. Minnesota keeps getting eliminated. So Cat is probably becoming more and more available, but you know, it's all good. I already got DeAndre Ayton. So now I get the Memphis Grizzlies. Hopefully we can beat them. They have acquired Sadiq Bey, which I actually like that for them a lot. They still have Adams at center. Jaren Jackson, Ja are still there. And then Dyson Daniels is actually starting for us now, which is interesting. But game 1, up 1-0. Game 2, up 2-0. So far, so good. We go up 3-1. We can. Can we beat them in 5? We can. Now we get the Dallas Mavericks. So this team eliminated us in the Western Conference Finals in the very first season. Hopefully they don't do it again. I mean, it's obviously Luka Doncic who's the powerhouse over there. But game 1, game 2, game 3, it doesn't matter this year. We beat them. Let's go. We're on to the NBA Finals. Get to play Garland and the Cavaliers, who just won MVP. They have a good roster, so this is no shoe-in for us to win. This is going to be a very, very big dogfight. Game 1, down 1-0. We're down 2-0. Okay, not the start that I'm looking for. I don't even know if we have home court advantage or not. I'm pretty sure we do. So going down 2-0 is not ideal, but we can even it up here, which we do. So game 5 is going to be a big one. We have to go to Cleveland for it. So here we go. Can we come out here and win game 5 to come out here and win a championship? So it's looking good so far, but that doesn't mean they can't come back. This is for our title here, and we are going to hold on 127 to 114. And now we get to go back to New Orleans to finish them off in 6 here at home. Can we do it? We don't want to go back to Cleveland for a game 7. We already won in game 6. Let's try to steal this one at home. Not looking good, though. Looks like they are going to force a game 7 back to Cleveland. So that is unfortunate. We did not show up for this one. So kind of made it close at the end, but game 7, all or nothing here in Cleveland. Got to do everything possible to make sure we win this game. Sim late game. Can we beat the Cavaliers here? Come on, man. Hang on to the lead. Just make it close. I'll jump in and save the day if I need to. It's looking good so far. I think we got it, boys. We have won a championship with the Pelicans, which is one of the easier things to do in 2K, but sometimes it's not. So I'm going to end it there, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. The Pelicans are always, they're just going to be a super fun team to watch this year. They were already really fun to watch against Brooklyn. Too bad the game wasn't close. That's the only thing that made it not as fun to watch. But let's jump in. Let's watch Championship Celebration. I'll end it there. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys potentially tomorrow. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.